Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to make a crochet ruffle scrunchie, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that step by step. This is the perfect project for beginners, and you will need a 4.5 millimeter hook for this project, and also a pair of scissors. And I used some velvet yarn that I found on Amazon. I will go ahead and link this below in the description box. Also, don't forget you will need a hair tie to crochet around. So I believe found these on Amazon. It's just a basic scrunchie or hair tie. You can use any one that you have at home. And to begin, we are going to start with a slip knot. You're going to go ahead and wrap the yarn around your hook crossing and then pull your yarn through, and that just gives you a slip stitch there. Next, you're going to grab your hair tie and we are going to slip stitch onto the hair tie, and then we're going to go ahead and chain one. Make sure you put that little tail in front of you so you can crochet over it as you go. And then we are just going to simply do single crochets around the entire hair tie. Now just notice how I'm tucking that extra piece of my tail in as I'm going, kind of just acting like it is a part of the hair tie. Also notice how after each stitch I'm kind of pushing it down with the other single crochets. We are going to want to crochet quite a bit of single crochets around the hair tie. This is going to give us lots of beautiful ruffles. So keep on going and cut that tail off if it's getting in your way like I did there. So just take your time, go around the entire hair tie, and meet me back here once you're finished. Alright, we're coming up on the end of our row here, and I'm going to go ahead and add another single crochet or two, and then we're going to connect with a slip stitch. But first, I did want to show you what I meant when I said the more single crochets, the more ruffled you're going to get. Now you can make this as ruffled or as not ruffled as you'd like. This is one that's not so ruffled compared to one that is more ruffled. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what the outcome would be with more single crochets on your base. So coming back here, we'll go ahead and slip stitch into that first chain we made and just pull on through. And for the purpose of the video, we are going to color change with each row we do. This just makes it easier to see, really. With this kind of yarn we're using, it is a little difficult to see the stitches, but it's super important that we don't miss a stitch because that can throw off our pattern here. So I just fastened off by crocheting 2 and pulling the yarn all the way through, and then we're going to go ahead and start with a slip knot for our next color. And once you have your slip knot on the hook, you can insert into any chain around the scrunchie. You're just going to go into the top of any of the single crochets that we did from the last round and connect with a slip stitch. And then you're going to go ahead and chain 3. Now that chain 3 is going to act like your first triple crochet, and then you're going to go into that same stitch and you are actually going to do 2 more triple crochets. Notice again how I am tucking that tail as I go, and it's really important to make sure that you are going into the very next chain for this project. It's very easy, like I said, with this yarn to miss stitches, so make sure you're looking closely and hopefully the difference in colors will help you with that.
You make me look, you got it all inside of you. Feel it to be true.
And if you are unsure how to do a triple crochet, I am going to slow the video down for you just a bit, just so you can understand how to do the stitch. Disclaimer, I have my own version of the triple crochet. All right, so you're going to go ahead, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, down through 1, yarn over, down through 2, yarn over, and down through the last 2. And that's a triple crochet. And now you're just going to continue around your hair tie. In each chain, you are going to do 3 triple crochets, and meet me here when you're finished. Now, if you get to a point where you can't remember how many stitches you did in a chain, you can always pull apart the project to count. I do this all the time. You're just going to want to separate them and make sure there are actually 3 in there. So this is important to get that ruffle effect, and also pay attention. Make sure you're going right into that very next chain. Pull your project apart. I mean, this yarn is very thick and chunky. It's kind of hard to tell exactly where you're going into. So make sure you're taking your time with it and going into that very next one. Now, when you're finished with all of your triple crochets, you will come to the end of your round, and you're also going to join with a slip stitch. And you'll go right into the top of that chain 3 you did at the beginning of this row. Now we're going to go ahead and once again make a color change, trim your yarn, leave a small tail, and chain 2, pulling it all the way through for your knot. And again, these color changes are optional, but I did want to do the color changes specifically for this video, and also because I am making these for my son's baseball team's concession stand, and these are his baseball colors. So you'll go ahead and make another slip knot with your next color and insert into any of the chains from your previous row. And you'll go ahead and make a slip stitch. Again, we're going to crochet over top of these tails to tuck them in, and we are going to do 1 single crochet in each chain for the last row. Alright, and if you made it to this point and you've been following along, we are almost done. With this row, once you get to the end, we are going to join with a slip stitch. And as you know, you just go through the top of the first chain we created, yarn over and pull through. Then to fasten off, we're going to cut our yarn, leaving a tail, and then chain 2 and pull all the way through for your knot.
You make me look, you make me look, you got it all inside of you.
Now, to go ahead and tuck in that last tail, I do like to weave it in with my hook by going just under that last layer of chains that we have, and I just kind of weave it in there with my hook. You can cut it a little bit shorter if that makes it easier for you. But that's just what I like to do in these projects, is just weave it all the way through, giving you a nice finished look. And here is your end result of your ruffle scrunchie. And I hope you love it. These make the perfect gifts. They're super easy to sell. If you notice any of your tails sticking out, you can go ahead and trim them. But these are super quick, fun, and easy to make. Please be sure to give me a like, subscribe, follow me on all social media platforms, Crystal Rose Creates. Also, tag me in your projects. I would love to see them. Until next time.